Hello, Podverse, and what up to everyone residing in the cloud? Welcome to the blacklog, where we talk TV, film, music, and sometimes we just digress and off-ramp, and hell, sometimes we just drink coffee. My name is Rod. I like to say hello to my co-host, my cohort. Get that? My cohort, my cohort. You see what I did there?
I see.
And my brother, Ryan. What up, Ryan?
What's up? Got a little change of scenery. Trying to improve myself each week. So this This is my improvements.
Say it for you, the listening audience or watching audience. In this case, our YouTube fans.
All three of you.
Oh. You know what? There's four. There's a cat up the street that told me, say, "Hey, I saw your podcast and I kind of like it."
All right. I got you.
This week we have two episodes that I really liked. I really was digging them. I don't know. I don't want to sit here and say it hit it like it's turning the corner, because we know the big corner turns in season 2. But I like this. I like this feel right here. These last two episodes.
I did. Overall, there was a major reason that I liked them.
Okay. It's a major reason, and we'll get to that. Got some familiar faces. So somewhat guest starring, I guess, in the episodes, and some not so famous faces that we may never have seen again. I don't think.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
My man Ron, kind of elevating.
2 through 6. 2 through 6, Ron.
He's coming
into play. He's just taking form. It's like a metamorphosis. It's like the Incredible Hulk.
He is, man. Yeah, he's coming into it. He's coming into it.
Hey, man.
Let us start with the prime of Letty Bostic.
Letty. Oh, yeah. Letty.
Letty Bostic.
Yes, sir.
This episode was written by Thad Mumford, Susan Fales. Susan Fales, who would play a big part in shepherding the show.
Susan Fales. I'm liking her.
Thad Mumford of Electric Company, Cosby Show, and MASH history. Yes. And yes, he was the only brother on the writing staff. Directed by a favorite, Ellen Falcon. The storyline speaks of an infamous former student of Hillman College named Letty Bostic, speaks at Hillman, and she is then asked to become dorm director of Gilbert Hall. I think you all know our main hub of Gilbert Hall, home of Denise, Whitley, Jaleesa, soon to be gone Maggie.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
And the B story is the sex bathrooms.
That's not my B story.
That's not your B story, but that is the B story.
Well, I got a C story.
Okay. Maybe I missed it.
A new queen of the shade. Maybe the original.
That's a character. That's a character. Not flaw. I won't call it a flaw, but I wouldn't call it a C story. But I do give you credit. I do give you credit because I noticed that too. We start off in Gilbert Hall. Gilbert Hall lobby, common room for the ladies on the second floor, and we discover that Jaleesa is the new temporary dorm director because Stevie has gone off and gotten married.
Has she gotten married to David Allen Greer?
Maybe she did. Professor Byron Walker.
Wait. Jaleesa is the interim.
Jaleesa is a waitress on camp in the cafeteria. She works at the library. She's dog monitor, and she's now temporary dorm director.
She is interim dorm director.
Man, she left off-campus housing at 26 years old to come to all this. I don't know. Is this the experience you wanted, Jaleesa? I don't know. Is this what you wanted? I'm wondering.
I don't know if she needs a degree at this point.
The ladies have made a mess. They were, as we found out from Meg, they were lip syncing, and they had to break off a table leg because they needed a microphone. These girls are like what were they in Animal House? The Tri-Deltas or whatever. These guys, these are the worst. This is the worst women's dormitory. Like, what were y'all doing last night? Like, really? Like,
I really want to go ask. Like, I think I'm gonna ask my wife. Well, y'all that dirty?
I mean, literally, that place looked like Lord of the Flies or Escape from New York. Like, what is going? Like, what's wrong with y'all?
They love common area though.
They love the common area. Yeah. Denise comes out with the last of the flyers to announce that Letty Bostick, famed former student, as I said earlier, of Hillman, was speaking today. Denise, stop doing extracurricular stuff and study. Please study. Please, like, these are the last two flyers. Like, you're focused on two flyers. Please study.
Let's keep it real. Denise is so far gone, bruh. She already knows, bruh. I'm not coming back. Let me just go ahead and kick it, join a couple of clubs, do what I gotta do, have a little fun, and then I could just go to Africa.
Oh God. Whitley runs a man out of the bathroom. Said he didn't know. Please explain to me. I guess it's 8 a.m. in the morning. Why in a curfew in an all-girls dorm that has a midnight curfew where they actually lock the door? Why is there a man in the second-story bathroom?
I got confused. I actually thought I was like,
wait, say it again. You what?
You got confused.
You think?
But I was confused because I remember there was one season where the dorm turned co-ed, and I was actually thinking, was the dorm co-ed season 1?
No. Are you serious?
I really had to think about it.
Why are you thinking about that? You saw Stevie keeping doing. She's trying to keep Dwayne out the lobby.
Stevie gone though.
But it's not co-ed. But now the whole thing is the idea of unisex bathroom. Is that the only bathroom? It's like, we'll talk further about that.
Susan, so what's her name? Susan, what? Falco?
Susan Fails.
Susan Fails. Oh, you might be losing me a little bit.
No, she isn't, because at this point she's a story editor at this point, but still.
Oh, really?
Her pen game is strong.
She's definitely moved up.
Her pen game is there. I mean, I just don't get that. If there's a bathroom maybe on the bottom floor, maybe, hey, could I use the restroom? But why at 8 in the, it's just, I'm not understanding. That's all. He looked like he was, and he looked like he was going to class. Did he walk by and say, oh my God, could I use the second story bathroom here in Gilbert Hall? I really have to go.
Yeah.
And then Nola Darling 2.0 runs out. There was a man in the bathroom.
She's desperate. She's so desperate. Oh my gosh. She's so desperate, bro.
Did he look good?
So desperate, bro. Desperate, bro.
We go to the pit. The pit is normal. That's all I can say. The pit is normal. No standing room only. The ladies are discussing the issue with the bathroom issue again. And again, still
Susan
making no sense.
Susan fails.
It was, again, that whole bathroom thing has got me confused. Has Gilbert gone co-ed, like you said? Dwayne and Ron arrived with with drawing pads. It seems they've jumped into an art class in mid-semester.
Uh-huh.
How is this happening? How are they jumping into art classes? He's a math major. He's taking geology. He's taking botany. Any class that Denise is taking, Dwayne is. You can just jump in the class in the middle of the year.
Except Dwayne's passing. Dwayne's not only passing, but he's worried about her passing, in which she's not.
Yeah, it's really, yeah, you're right. We go to the auditorium.
Oh Lord, what's up with your boy?
Why would you say? Why would you?
Hey man, I just noticed. Sound like he's talking, bro.
Bruh. Oh my God. Look, hey y'all, before you wonder what the hell you is talking, it's Kirby. We go to the auditorium and we drop in mid-story. Letty is telling a story of the fall of 1940. France was under Nazi occupation. Josephine Baker was in Lisbon working for the resistance. Some American friends persuaded her to use her passport to smuggle info back to Paris.
Is that what you really said?
Yeah, and I gotta tell you.
Oh, you really took it down? I'm like, why are you saying it?
Because as much as I love Letty's character, I felt like she was putting 5 on 10. It's like, look, all right,
Letty, all right, man. Letty's my shero. Her and Debbie. Letty's right around Debbie for me.
Letty, and then the Gestapo captain came up to me and said, "Play your cello." I was like, "All right, Letty." And everybody's in the audience like this.
Yep.
I was like,
Go on, Letty.
What means you and Letty? Letty is played by Mary Alice. Mary Alice is a esteemed, rest in peace,
love Mary Alice.
Esteemed actress, theater, film. She won an Emmy for I'll Fly Away. I feel she is most famous for her role in The Matrix, as she filled in and came behind and played the Oracle.
And I think that everybody else feels the same way you do. I, however, will always remember her as Letty. Just as most people remember Mark Harmon.
Until we started watching this again, did you remember Letty?
Yes. I always like Letty. Yes. I was waiting for Letty. Yes. Mark Harmon. Right. What show is Mark Harmon on right now? What's the show that he's on? It's not an NC. Isn't it one of the NCIS?
Oh, he was on NCIS.
Yeah, everybody knows him as NCIS. For me, I know him from Summer School.
Oh God. Yeah.
Great movie from the 80s.
Okay. All right. Yeah, not a problem. Again, I thought she was very deliberate and very slow. Ron is becoming Ron.
Yes, he is.
Professor Clinton, I guess, who brought Letty in, is played by Ron O'Neal. Also,
isn't that? Go ahead. Yeah, my bad. I cut you off.
He is known as Superfly, and he also is. Oh God, I can't. Why?
Wasn't he one of Whitley's daddies?
Yes, he eventually becomes Whitley's daddy later on in the show.
It's amazing.
He becomes.
It's amazing that Whitley doesn't recognize her father.
You may forget. I didn't because I worked there. He played Mr. James or Sinclair James. Sinclair.
Oh yeah.
The
on
father.
Living Single.
On Living Single. Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Ron O'Neal. He winds the event up. Everybody leaves out in awe of Letty, and he starts talking to her about. Letty lives in New Mexico, so he starts talking to her about. She speaks of how she regrets. The one regret she has is not getting her degree, And he says, maybe we could work something out. And the way I said that sounds lascivious, right?
Yeah, it sounds pretty weird. Sounds real HR-ish.
He says, he says, I would love for you to be, could you be dorm director at Gilbert Hall? And he says, at first, let it be known she's not having it. Then she says yes. But I gotta ask. Letty came here to speak for a weekend. And now she's moving into the dorm right now to become head of Gilbert Hall. Like Letty might be a hobo.
Oh, it's possible.
You've got to, like, do you have nothing you just spoke of New Mexico. You have nothing, no loose ends to tie up. Just like, you know what? Because she said, because her concern was, what about my, getting my degree? She says, will they accept, my incompletes, this, that, and the other? He speaks of how I could talk to
finagle.
Finagle is not a good word. Not with getting a degree, but he did say,
that's what you're kind of doing. Yeah, you kind of finagling.
Why don't you just say hooking up? Why don't you just say
yeah, that's all you're doing, really. I'm gonna talk to some people.
And she says you get some stuff for life experience or whatever.
Hey, is it any different from going to the shoe store where your boy work and hey man,
getting a pair Jordan 6s and a degree in philosophy from an accredited college, it's a little different.
The point is, it's a hookup. It's kind of a hookup.
It's a little different.
Especially if you got a lot of incompletes. That's all I'm saying.
I got them Jordan 6s. I got that degree in philosophy for you.
Let me tell you who they would not let back in college with incompletes. Me. How about that?
Yeah, that's true. You ain't alone. You're not alone. We go to the upper floor lobby. Well, first of all, Jaleesa, who has kind of seemed at first like she wasn't feeling being dorm director, but then when she found out somebody else had the job,
got a little inner feelings. Kind of got inner feelings.
No, how De Niro said, good for a little bit. No, a little bit. You got your feelings.
All of a sudden, you kind of want that job, huh?
You kind of want that job, It was kind of wrong. It's like, Professor Clinton just said, "Hey, take this job."
I mean, she was the interim.
True. But I guess she thought she was gonna get that 5-bedroom apartment.
Kind of like, she was over there talking to Dwayne when he was over there, fussing about the radio station. A little karma, huh? A little karma.
That's not
Doesn't feel too good, huh?
Past episode, Dwayne had a little radio show and he lost it, and yeah.
What happened in the Dark Knight Rises? Batman was standing. He started talking to Catwoman. He turned around. She was going, "Oh, so that's how it feels." Yeah, it feels kind of bad, huh?
It's rough. They are having, what is it? The dorm meeting. They are talking about, the ladies are discussing the bathroom issue, and everyone has, I don't care. Kim Wayne's character is like, I need to be made up by a certain time. It's going back and forth, and Letty just stands up, and G-Stas is just
late to people. It was great.
She lays into everybody.
Oh my gosh! I took down some quotes. It was fantastic, bro. Fantastic, bro.
These are quotes. Yeah, they work.
However, one kind of offensive. I don't know if they tried to set it up because she had been living in Mexico. She said something about the Mexican Chihuahua approach. I don't really know what that is, but it doesn't sound right at all. Doesn't sound right at all. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but I don't think it should be said again. I doubt it would be said in 2024. How about that?
Yeah, you're very correct about that. Jaleesa suggests that you let her handle the meeting since she just got here, and she says something to the effect, well, whenever you get to a decision, please reach out to me. It's like, ooh. It's like you can see the ice. It's like being with Mr. Freeze. I can see all the ice like forming on the walls. Like, it's getting cold in here. It's getting cold. It's like
what was his name? What was his name? Von Freeze? Victor Freeze?
Victor Von Freeze, man.
Victor Von Freeze.
It got cold in there, boy. Jaleesa goes down and she tries to talk to Letty and explains.
Wait. We gotta go through a couple of lines before we get downstairs. Millie? I mean, bruh? My dear, I know there's a spine somewhere in there.
That was the first one that hit me. I was like, dang, like, all right. I was like, ooh.
She also told Maggie something too, man.
You have more arms than Vishnu or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
my dear, who said vaudeville was dead? Wow. Bruh, she was on her roll, bruh.
Yeah, she wasn't letting up, boy. Letty was like, what?
Letty was standing in the corner like, man, I think I found my match.
I can learn from her. I can learn from you. Man. Letty, bro. Letty. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, she went, my bad. She went down.
No problem. Jaleesa talks to Letty, and there's not much. It's clearly that Letty's like, I'm going to bed. Y'all need to get this right. I don't really care. And the girls come down, and they see Jaleesa and Letty kind of like going. And it's like, ooh, and you know how they do. I got a plan. We go get it.
Worst plan on earth, bro.
Worst plan on earth. Everybody comes. Whitley comes in and Letty's doing some paperwork in the main lobby of the dorm. Whitley sings. Kim wins, and Nola Darling 2.0 have a fight. Jaleesa brings in a bullhorn. Letty exits. The ladies think they've driven her away.
Oh, wait. That's when she said the line.
What?
Bravo, ladies. Who said vaudeville was dead?
It was like, Jesus. But at that moment, they thought they had her.
Yeah, why do you think that?
I don't know. But suddenly...
Because there was nothing that showed that they had her.
Then they whipped out sodas to celebrate, and somebody says, toss me a soda. And let me tell you something. Millie threw that ball faster than, what's his name? Oshitani? With
the Dodgers?
Yeah. Like, what was the 100 mile an hour fastball?
Bruh, it was like Bo Jackson when he caught that ball and he took that one step and threw all the way to the plate, bruh. All the way to the plate, bruh.
I was like, how hard did she throw that? My God. And at that moment, that's when Letty came in, and then Clinton came in. I guess they were going to dinner, and Letty
Superfly walks in.
Superfly and
that should be on the script. In walks Superfly.
That's, I'm not him anymore. I think it's ironic that he is later on in this series. Superfly is Whitley's father, and Shaft is Kim Reese's father.
It's still amazing to me that Whitley was sitting in a class with her future daddy and didn't even realize it. Amazing.
Oh my God. So Letty takes the blame for the TV. She comes back and returns from her dinner. She and Jaleesa have a heart-to-heart, and they both admit to having issues, and Letty lets it be known that she wasn't leaving. The ladies come downstairs and they want to apologize to her, and they give her some money, and they say, we want to let you know we're not going to let you pay for that TV, and let it be known, I wasn't going to let you.
I wasn't going to pay for the TV.
I wasn't going to pay. You definitely weren't going to pay for the TV. Letty, she used the term, and I gotta say it early on in that first meeting, which I have heard as it's a popular term on the internet. Land your plane. Land your plane. She said that to one of the girls. One of the girls were talking. She said, "Land your plane," and I said, "Oh my gosh, she's before her time."
I don't remember that. I wish I remember that.
But they say that a lot. Like when people having discussions, land your plane, land the plane, and she said that. I said, just finish it up, land the plane. Yeah. Just this episode like that, I felt like it was like, ooh, like it was like it got to second. The season got in the second gear for me. I gotta say, most HBCU thing, and I guess you'll agree with me. People in authority will give you shade.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me prove it.
Oh yeah.
Let me prove. Authorities at HBCU will take care of your business and then throw shade at you and let you know.
In fact, I was in my freshman year. I was in a writing class, and I remember, I for some reason I thought that my writing was just off the hook. Dr. Samundo thought otherwise, and I decided I'm going to the head of the department. Yeah. She came in class the very next day, and she started talking, and I still ended up with my only D in college.
Wow. Just to let you know.
And might we add, 1.7 GPA Denise was the only mature one of everybody.
She was. She didn't want to take place. I mean, you know what? I gotta give Denise credit. She has a maturity when it comes to character or hurting people's feelings. Mm-hmm. Now her own just common sense. I don't know, but
now being responsible, that's out the door.
That's a whole other thing. Your most HBCU thing?
Breaking things in the dorm. We let's just say Drew Hall from freshman year was, they were glad to see us go. They were happy to see our freshman class leave. We'll put it like that.
Man,
a lot of nicknames were made the year 92, 93.
I just remember my freshman year. It wasn't my floor, but the third floor had a water fight. It was. They flooded. The third floor was flooded with the extinguishers. They're just empty. We can't have a fire. I mean, we can. We'll die, but it's just.
I can remember walking upstairs to the third floor, ironically, because a bunch of my boys lived on the third floor, and walking past the bathroom, like a Saturday morning or Saturday kind of afternoon, walking up there, and just kind of looking in the bathroom and looking to the side, and seeing no sink, and just kind of going like, huh, just kind of walking off.
Yeah, no sink.
Like, all right.
I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I remember going to New Orleans, and we came home from Mardi Gras, and we picked up Mark Osbrooks at North Carolina A&T.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember saying, "Hey man, I want to use the bathroom before we hit the road," right? And I went to the bathroom, and and there's stalls. It may be different. It's probably different, but the stalls went up to like your waist.
What?
Like the walls to the stall went up to your waist. So if you were using the bathroom,
guess who wouldn't have been going to the bathroom that day?
You literally. If you had to do number 2.
Hey guys, we'll stop on the road. We'll stop on the road.
You could look at the guy. And I remember going to Mark Osborne and saying, hey, man, what's up with the walls? What do you mean? There are no walls in that bed.
Hey, you know what would be funny? If A&T was exactly the same.
It would be. That would be sad. A&T is such a pretty campus now. I was told.
I've been to camp. In fact, I remember bringing my son out there for a robotics competition because they're big. A&T is big on robotics. Yeah, A&T is big time with robotics.
but in the late
they may not be big on stalls, bathroom stalls.
But in the late 80s and early 90s, it was like a max prison. It's like hey Snake, could you pass me some paper? God. I had no lease HBCU.
I didn't either.
I couldn't. There was no lease. It felt like an HBCU.
And you know what? The dorm meeting. Obviously, Susan Phelps learned from the previous episode. No Robert Rules of Order. They just had a bunch of girls just fussing at each other. Yeah.
The hip hop song I had, because many times during this episode, Letty was referred to as the person that just left school and she danced on the tables with Picasso and just was this, and she was the quote unquote kind of the wild person out there just living life. And I had Bonita Applebum put the Hootie mix. Bonita Applebum, hey hon, Bonita Applebum, go the remix.
Oh, the remix, yeah. That's funny. I just heard that song because it's on my workout list, so it came on. Yeah,
I was like, oh my God! I said that's Bonita Applebum. That's the hip hop drop for this episode for me. Did you have a hip hop song?
Yes. Stop. Look. Listen. You don't know what you're missing. MC Light. MC Light coming live and direct.
Note, MC Light has a new album out.
Really?
I just found that out just a half hour before this.
Let me tell you something.
MC Light has a new album out, and they said it's grown folks hip hop. So
MC Light is rolling, boy. Rolling.
Yes. I did have some shade from for Whitley. Madam Bostic is a colorful lecture, but do we really want a woman who spends the night carousing in cafes, dancing the hoochie coochie with anyone in the beret? There's something poetic about that when she said that. Dancing the hoochie coochie with anyone in a beret? Do we really want that?
You know what? I actually had that line too as her shade. Now that I think of it, I'm looking at
it. The DFM. Denise was just the balance of normalcy.
Non-applicable.
She's the normalcy.
I'm not saying she did her job. There was just nothing funny about it.
Yeah. My HBC alum, I had Tennessee State alum Oprah Winfrey, Vice President of Student Affairs, and former Hillman student Bernice Callums, who attended school with Letty, who stole the love of her life, Desmond Flank.
He's starting to come with like the stories now. The combinations, bro. But I'm gonna keep it real.
Bernice Callums. We know.
Debbie Allen.
From what school?
HU. Howard University. Real HU outside. And might I add, we go up against HI this weekend. The Institute. Hampton Institute, that is. Yeah, they were on First Take today. Let me tell you something.
The Pirates.
And somebody, and I know somebody's gonna get mad at me. Howard could care less about some First Take, bruh.
Oh my.
Let me tell you something. You know what First Take looks like when they go to campuses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they had a nice little crowd, but you could see all the back, all the space in the back. And you saw some students like, hey man, I'm going to class.
I ain't got no time. Stephen A. Smith ain't gonna make no
I don't have time for Stephen. I don't have time for Skip. I don't have time for none of that.
I don't have time for Skip. Stephen A. Smith.
Hey, bro, it was no different from like being in New Orleans, bro. You know how people from New Orleans see somebody who's famous and they just be like, "Oh, look at your boy, bro. Look,
Moving on.
Hey, that's your boy who sing that rap song, bro."
It's your boy sitting there. What's up? That's your boy.
But
right?
back to it.
Yeah.
Debbie Allen as Liddy's friend who catches up with her as they go have drinks and says, "Girl, they don't know what they got themselves into." Of course, referring to bringing her in as dorm director.
God.
As Liddy and Debbie Allen just laugh and laugh. like on Friday. Yes, it is.
My God. That is it for episode 13.
Oh, there was one thing I have Liddy who called. Oh, we were wondering about what she called Maggie. Shiva, the goddess of indecision, bruh.
She did.
That's what it was. So much
hard.
shit. This show convinced me that we might have to come up with a category called Liddy's. Like, what shade did Liddy throw today? Can we get a Liddy line of the day?
We're gonna see. We'll see if before we move on to the next show, we'd like to remind you that the Blacklog is sponsored by Fade to Black Funeral Homes. Death is a part of life, but put life into your loved one's death at Fade to Black Funeral Homes with t-shirt printing, tattoo artists on site to commemorate your loved ones. Fade to Black. And now on to episode 14, titled Wild Child, written by David Felton, as we know of Different World and Beavis and Butthead fame, and our favorite, Ellen Falcon. Storyline. There's this amazing intelligence student at Hillman who Denise and the gang always wanted to say, and the gang. I just always wanted to say that once. Denise and the gang discovered that she is not registered in school and actually homeless. B story, Whitley twists her ankles and I guess people would liken it to her red bottoms or Louboutins. She twists her ankle and has to go to the hospital. In the classroom, we meet Cougar, young lady, kind of rough hewn. I like to say that every now and then. Kind of rough hewn, has a wearing an army jacket, but she's a brilliant person in philosophy class. They're in a philosophy class. Their professor. His name is Professor Charles Moses, and he's also one of those dean slash professors, played by renowned actor Raymond St. Jacques. In the 70s, pretty popular and stuff like that.
Hillman's got it all. Hillman's got it all.
Denise, like I said, we get to see Cougar, and she's a very, she challenges the professor, and she's actually right. Like, the professor answers a question, and then she challenges and says, really? And then she proves herself right. You can tell she's a smart young lady. Professor then gives an assignment to Denise and Cougar, which I have to ask, why did he give an assignment to them and no one else? He gave them and no one else. He went to her and said, here's your assignment. There are 30 other kids in this class and none of them get an assignment.
Yeah, I was about to say something, but then I could just kind of pause like, yeah, that's pretty much how it went.
He gave no one else. Dwayne is impressed with her. Dwayne mentions, hey, I will do all your math if you could do my philosophy and Russian. Again, how many classes is Dwayne? Is Dwayne like running?
How's he taking Russian?
Dwayne is taking 21 hours as a sophomore?
Right, it's got to be 36 hours he's taking, bro.
He's taking 36 hours, right? Like, somebody at the A building should have said, hey, man, you need to slow your roll. Or somebody. At the end of class, Professor Ass speaks
Isn't
to...
that what an advisor's for?
Huh?
Isn't that what an advisor's for?
You're not taking advice, Dwayne. But he didn't really have an advisor until, I guess, season 2 when when Debbie Allen came. Yes. Professor Moses speaks to Cougar, can I speak to you? And he says, I need your registration card so I can have you on my class list so I can give you an A. She said, I forgot about it. She's going to take care of it. The registration card would be, I guess, the validation card.
Yeah.
At Howard University.
Your sticker.
Yeah. You know what? And I took that so for granted my first semester because I had a validated card. But then I realized, I was like, there were people running around with trying to run fake validation cards. Now, I don't think you could probably hustle that thing now. Like, there are a lot of things you could hustle.
Oh, nah, you can't do that now.
Things you can't do now. I mean,
there are a lot of things you can't do now.
I used to have, for architecture, I had this X-Acto knife, and I had tape. I could make cards for the cafeteria. I made a couple of cards for people.
That's all right.
But she doesn't have the validation card. But she talks to Denise about their homework, and they're going to get together later, and they're going to get it done. Go to Gilbert lobby the next morning. Denise is upset.
Might we also add that Ron's season 1 is almost totally gone.
It's almost gone. It's almost. Yeah.
It's sputtering.
But it's about to just eke on out, and we're about to be all full on Ron. Denise is looking for the homework, and it's like she can't believe that Cougar never came. And then Letty gives in to her whining and states to her that Cougar dropped off the homework, their homework that she had no part in doing, and then had the nerve to say, she spelled my name wrong. She spelled my name wrong.
There's a scene, and shout out to my boy Ron, because when we used to talk about it, he was the first one to bring it up from Do the Right Thing. When the cops are driving past our favorite 3 old black guys sitting on the corner, he looks at him and says, the cop says, "What a waste." That's what I think of Denise sometimes. Denise's character, of course, not Lisa Bonet. Denise, what a waste. Can we get you into community college, get you into college back in some college back in New York? I don't care. It doesn't have to be. It could be NYU, community college, anywhere where you can be close to your parents.
Somewhere you can be just close. We go to the pit. Denise explained how great her A was and everything, and everybody's like, Jaleesa's like, was it your A or was it Cougar since you had nothing to do with it? No, it was our A. My name was on it. That's some classic Denise right there. My name was on it. Cougar arrives with an excuse for missing her class. But I must say, Denise, did you notice that your Cougar is wearing the exact same clothes she had on yesterday?
Yes.
I'm just saying, did you notice? Did you notice she's wearing the exact same clothes and she has her bag with two? You didn't notice that, huh?
You know what? And now you're making me go back. Denise, the only reason that I need for her to go to a community college in New York is because it's cheaper. And she won't be wasting, it won't be too much money to be wasting from her parents.
Oh, God.
Because I know colleges like NYU, you're going to get the same education, doesn't matter, but it is cheaper. And her parents deserve to be paying a lot less.
If she could avoid having an incident like Sandra had with the parents. She could avoid.
Yes.
Sandra! I want my $78,226 and I want it now.
Yes.
She can avoid that. But Denise, she probably just look at Denise and said, Denise.
The pit was normal. Did we get to the pit yet?
We are in the pit. The pit is normal. Like I say, Maggie.
And Fishnet by the time.
It is. Fishnet Black Pantyhose is being played. It's at the end of the scene, but it is being played. I say, oh my God. Denise is explaining her. Hey, Maggie even knows of Cougar. She says, oh, she was in my class. Everybody knows of this girl. Cougar, like I said, Cougar arrives with an excuse for missing class. Again, still not noticing that she's wearing the exact same clothes, but I'll walk past that for right now.
Where'd she sleep? Where'd she sleep?
Not yet. We haven't got
Oh,
there.
not yet? Okay, my bad.
No. Whitley is carried in hurt by Millie and Ron. She has twisted her ankles in her snakeskin shoes, and Millie thinks she needs to see a doctor. And somehow Dwayne and Ron carry her out. Cougar goes up to Cougar overhears this and goes to Denise, and she talks about how she's got a roommate who has a new boyfriend that's cramping her style. Do you think she can stay in Whitley's room while she's going to the hospital? And Denise says, oh my God, no, you can't do that. But, I'll let you. But Cougar says something about, I did do our homework. She kind of says, well, I'll figure something. There's that. I'll help you out. Okay. We go to Gilbert lobby. It's the evening. Nighttime, basically. Denise is setting Cougar up to sleep. Again, she has all the same clothes on, and look like all her belongings with her, but nobody.
It's like a cartoon, bro. The cartoons. Charlie Brown wears the yellow shirt with the stripes on it. Even Charles Schultz decided one day to give him a red shirt with the stripes on it.
Oh God. Well, Denise sets up Cougar in the lobby. She's really grateful. I mean, she seems to be grateful. I don't know why she doesn't think Letty might or anybody else might happen to walk out there and find this strange person sleeping on that.
I figured you would bring that part up. I'm like,
no one's gonna see this.
Let's sneak her into the dorm. I got a great place for you to sleep in the lobby on the sofa
that everyone walks past. But
nobody will notice you.
Nobody. But what really got me was Denise takes about what I think are 8 steps up the she's as soon as she makes the turn up the stairwell, Cougar, she oh my God, I can't sleep here. Aren't you homeless?
I know.
You've been sleeping in libraries, but yet you have some. And she's like, "No, I gotta sleep in Whitley's room." She goes over to the mail chutes and looks for a room number, and goes up to Whitley's room, and she kicks back and lays down in it.
She lucky that was Whitley and not Kim Wayne's room.
Yeah, she'd put something on her for real. That's real right there. Whitley returns back yammering in the middle of the night. Letty is about to not let him in until she says she's on crutches, but she lets her in. She really wasn't. Millie and Whitley go up to her room, and all I can say is they go in, they see Cougar, Cougar sees her, and Cougar jumps out that window like Omar from The Wire. I have never seen anything like that in my life. She's like a Marvel superhero. You need to watch. I don't think you saw it because she jumped out that mirror. She jumped out that window like Omar from The Wire. Like, what Snoop say? Man, how you do that? How you do Spider-Man? How you do that?
That's how they looked up like. That's what Marlo did. He was like, he went from there? They looked up like,
how you do that? Man, she jumps out. She loses her mind. All is wrong with Gilbert Hall. But this is what gets me. Denise runs in and asks, what happened? Your friend was in my bedroom. And then Denise says, I told her she couldn't stay in your room. That is the dumbest. Come on, Denise.
She's not supposed to be in there.
I'm saying if you are in Denise's position and he's like, what happened? And somebody says, your friend was it? And you be like, what? Look at
who? What you talking about?
you
Friend.
Wait.
Oh, now it's my friend. My friend.
I keep quoting him. What's this, Stewie from Family Guy? Oh, why did you admit to that? It didn't make a bit of sense to me that she would just admit. Whitney, we go to the library and Denise finds Cougar in the same clothes. Still not picking up on these context clues, are you, Denise? As no one is. And going on about Whitley's room, and Cougar comes clean and tells about her situation. She says that, what about your parents? Well, my parents are dead. She said that I barely knew them. They died when she was 15, but she barely knew them. Well, what went on those first 15 years? I'm just curious. Like, you have no honest, memory of them? Like, I barely knew. I barely knew. I don't know, but Cougar gives Denise her story. What the hell is going, with her, and she's like shocked at hearing all this. Cut to Gilbert lobby. We have Dwayne and Denise pitching to Letty, who about this wonderful student who needs to be in school. Mm-hmm. About Cougar, she needs to be here. Getting her into school because of her intelligence. The first official mention of Dwayne saying, "Did you know I have a perfect math SAT score?"
Was that the first time he said it?
That is the first time he has ever said it. The first time about the perfect math SAT score. Yeah. Letty talks about getting her into Hillman College. Maybe it can help. And they say they're going to see if they can talk to Professor Charles Mosley. So they go to professors in the classroom, and Letty, Dwayne, and Denise are talking to him. Letty meets with Cougar to put, for the argument. After enough prodding. Now, mind you, Letty, who is not Letty, Cougar, who has not changed her clothes, all of a sudden has bought a red dress for $1.50. I don't know why she did that. I do not know why she did that. That is just hilarious to me. They go in and they talk to her. They're pushing with Dr. And he says, "Okay, I'll do something." And she says, "Nah." And you know what? If this were HBO, Letty would have beat her ass because she was hot.
Yeah, she was. But also before that, Professor threw out some shade on Denise. She has to do better than your SAT. Wow, really? Was that necessary, Professor?
Collateral damage. Shrapnel.
Do we just make fun of our students like that?
Denise is looking around. Wait, what did I do? Wait, I'm in here trying to help. What am I?
I'm trying to promote education. What? You up here talking about my SAT scores?
Sound like Sally Brown. Wait, what? I just want my fair share. What's going on? What did I do? What did I do? Like it's peanuts. Wait, what did I do? I didn't do anything. Help me understand.
We might have to do I'm kind of digressing. I'm just thinking about how close it is to getting there to Halloween. Might have to do a special analysis of It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Might have to do it.
We might have to bring in an actual therapist to bring it. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. We have to bring an actual therapist in on that.
I got a rock.
Why in the hell does a whole neighborhood of adults keep giving one child a rock? That is just demented right there. I'm digressing.
Yeah.
The pit. We go back to the pit. Cougar arrives to tell Denise that she is taking the SAT, even though, and she explains how she was fearful of being found out. You know, I was always the whiz kid, but now I have to meet up to this thing. She has taken the SAT, and she has gotten a scholarship.
She got a scholarship, bro. Scholarship.
Can I? You know what? I'm just gonna say it right now. My least HBCU thing is getting a GED, taking the SAT, and a scholarship in a week.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
That's not happening.
That is amazing.
She got a GED.
She is an amazing person. She's an amazing. Yeah.
The SAT and got a scholarship to
You need to give her a blue, red, and yellow suit, bruh, with a big S on the chest.
Bruh, it's just
amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to most HBCU thing, being in class and not being registered. You know you ain't in this class, man. What are you doing in here? Man, I'm working on getting registered, man. You ain't registered? Man, I'm working on it, man. But I gotta come to. I don't want to get behind. You sure you gonna? That's an HBCU thing, man. Oh my God.
Mine was just a normal pit. Like over the last few weeks, just people come in. You know, they may get some food. They sit down like normal people. They're not dancing on chairs and tables, and it's obvious that somebody came in and cleared out the writers' room, or at least decreased the number of writers in there, and said, "Hey, Susan, why don't you decide who needs to stay in here with us?" And she cleared out some people, and I'm pretty sure that the people who chose to have the girls dancing on tables at a just during lunchtime or breakfast, they were removed from the writers' room.
Oh my God. I already said what my least HBCU thing was. I just felt this. I don't know if it was, but my hip hop drop song I needed. Cougar just she was a different type of young lady. She stood out, and I thought about Sally from Stetson Sonic. Some people like the way that Sally walks.
Did you do the least HBCU thing?
Yeah, I did. I said getting the GET, taking the SAT, and get a scholarship in the same week. That was my HBCU.
I don't know about people sneaking into classes. It's just weird to me. She was sneaking into class. I don't know people who snuck into classes. I mean, I guess there were people who tried to be in class because they weren't registered. But sneaking into class?
I didn't sneak into a class, but I remember Paul told me, you need to be in communications. Paul Ramseur is my roommate.
Sitting in class is a lot different from sneaking into class.
I just remember Mr. Fizz said, "Who are you?" And I said, "I'm with him." And he looked at me for a second, and he said, "All right." He kept teaching. So I don't know if that's sneaking in class or whatever. You know what?
Oh wait, I never got to my
your hip hop song. I'm sorry, your hip hop song.
Juice on the loose, electric wire, simple and plain. Give me the lane. I'll throw it down your throat like Barkley.
Oh my God. What is that? What's the name of that song?
Attitude. I'm sorry. I gave it right. I didn't even start it off right. Attitude. When I'm on fire. Juice on the loose. Electric wire. Public Enemy. Rebel Without a Pause. Seemed to fit her.
Yeah. She was a rebel. A cougar.
There's somebody out there. I hate to cut you off, but there's somebody out there. There's somebody out there who said, "Man, he keeps on screwing up those lyrics every week."
We'll do better next week.
Yeah.
Note Cougar was her government name. She stated to Denise that her father named her Cougar after the car he was going to
That's
get.
awful.
That was awful. Wait.
There's some awful parents in this season 1, bro.
She
Some
said
awful parents
that if they wouldn't have had her, am I correct? Am I getting this correct?
Yeah.
That was the car he was going to get. But when we had them, I couldn't get the car. He was going to get a Cougar. So he said, and Denise said, "Oh, that's awful. No, what would be awful if my name was Volvo?" I said, "What? I said, you got a full point there." Denise in these past episodes, funny moments. She's kind of been just kind of like a conduit to move the stories along. She really hasn't been that.
I had a funny moment.
Go ahead.
I can't remember who she actually took. Oh, she told her it's a cougar. You put on that dress?
All I can do is think about the dress so that makes sense.
Denise, her funny moments seem to be one-liners.
Yes, they do. I did have a funniest moment of the episode, which probably went past you maybe, but to me it caught me off guard. Cougar answered in the earlier scene. Cougar proved Professor Moses's question that she got the answer correct, and she said she reminds me of me. And Ron said he has a great memory. And I was like, he has a great memory.
My funny part of that show was actually a toss-up because I couldn't figure out who had the better shade, Whitley or Liddy. Liddy at one time said, "You must be exhausted from all that whining."
And she does say that.
And Whitley said, "Where will you get her transcripts? The FBI?" What are you going to do? Groom him to death? I think you said that earlier.
She walked in with the hairdryer. She did tell us, "We're gonna do groom him to death." And she says, you know what? She says it so sarcastically and just so calmly. What's your HBCLO?
No, what's yours?
I had Howard University alum and 2004 Judo Olympian, Dr. Rodney Ferguson.
Oh, good one.
I had Dr. Rodney Ferguson sitting in class as the one contentious student that's challenging Cougar. And like after class, is like, "Cougar, I like your style. You're not smarter than me. You're not smarter than me, but I like your style."
Man, you talk about hit something on the head. Oh my goodness.
Dr. Rodney Ferguson, it's like I said, he's the Olympian of the
Hall of Famer?
Howard Hall of Famer, former football player at Howard.
Father, Rufus Ferguson.
Father Rufus Ferguson. He was the all-time leader in rushing at Wisconsin and was like a Heisman finalist, if I'm correct.
Yes, I believe so. Yes, he was.
Was a Heisman finalist.
Yes.
But I had Dr. Rodney Ferguson, Howard alum.
All right.
He's like, Cougar, you're challenging, but I like it. I think I like your style. You're not smarter than me, but I like your style. That's him. That's him.
That is. He got that on the head. I got HU alum Debbie Allen. I have Debbie Allen as a friend to the professor as they are sitting in a pit, and Cougar walks by as Debbie Allen leans in and says, "Now I know you know that girl does not go to this school."
That's just random and mean. That is random and mean as hell. I know you put it on cut. That's just random. Of all the Debbie Allen things, that's just the randomest. That's so damn mean. You know that girl, go ahead.
Hey, one thing about Debbie Allen, keeps it real. Keeps it real.
Keeps it real, boy. Ain't got to worry about ain't holding back nothing. no implications, no aspersions. It's just right there in your face.
When that honey come out, you just better back up. Bag it up.
Bag it up. Man, like I said, I really enjoyed these. I enjoyed these episodes, and I enjoyed this. Oh my God, I enjoyed this episode of Black. Not that I haven't enjoyed the previous episodes, but it's getting better. I'm just enjoying it. And to our four audience members, next week we'll even be better. For the backlog, my name is Rod.
Oh, please make sure you subscribe and like at the Blacklog on YouTube. Also, if you listen to podcasts, we can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star. And if you don't like us, give us a 5-star anyway. And we promise, as Rod just said, to do better next time.
Man, again, from the Blacklog, my name is Rod.
My name is Ryan. See, I did 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row, baby. See you next week.
Lemon pepper wings, baby. I don't know where that came from. Bye-bye.